we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Let's dive right into this video. I'm really excited for this video because one, we do have a sponsorship, which I will mention in just a couple minutes. Two, I went on a plane with my baby, which was terrifying and exciting. I'm gonna give you some tips, tricks that I learned. I did a lot of research before this plane ride because, I mean, I was nervous. Can you blame me? I learned a lot. I will tell you right off the bat, it was a very successful plane ride there and back. I just want to share my knowledge with everybody, so I'm sure. Yeah. First things first, I do have a list of notes on my phone that I will be going through for all of my tips. Oh my gosh, my cats are going nuts back there. Girls, no. So if I keep referencing to my phone, that's what I'm looking at. And let me just also start by saying too, every baby is gonna be completely different. Please keep that in mind. Like, some babies will handle air travel way better than others. I mean, if you've been on an airplane before with a screaming baby, then you know. Some babies just don't handle air travel well at all. And I had no idea what to expect with Isla, which is why I did a lot of research, why I brought a lot of things to prepare myself for this trip. I'm really glad I did because I felt very prepared. I was over-prepared, which it's better to be over-prepared than under-prepared. You get the gist. So let's just start by mentioning today's sponsor. So today's video is sponsored by Mominside, which is an online store through Amazon, and they were kind enough to send me a diaper bag. Now, if you have watched my previous videos, you know I am obsessed with cheap, luxury, high quality looking diaper bags, and Mominside is exactly that. They pretty much give you a luxury range of diaper bags for a really affordable cost. So let's talk about it. Here is my Mominside diaper bag, and I went with black this time. You guys already know I have a brown one because that way, you know, I can mix it up a little bit. But this is what it looks like. It's huge. I mean, just look at my face next to this thing. It's huge. It has gold hardware and it's like faux leather, but it looks really nice. Like, the quality, it feels Isla, it feels really soft. It looks really luxurious. It's honestly a great diaper bag. Like, I can't get enough of these diaper bags. Like, they're seriously amazing. For the price, it's unreal. Like, I'm telling you, it's so nice. Let me tell you a couple details about this bag, okay? Number one, I'm sure you can already tell, look at all of these zippers, which means all of these pockets and compartments. There's just so many. I can't even keep count. Like, it's crazy. The inside has even more pockets. Let me show you. I will also show you guys a detailed video of like how many items you can fit into this bag, because I stuffed this thing for my travels to the brim. You can fit so many things in this bag. But like, look, this is one compartment, and look at all the other compartments just within this one compartment. Like, they're all like that. It's crazy. It also comes with a changing pad, which I'll get into on my tips and tricks later. A diaper bag that comes with a changing pad is a game changer. It also has these little stroller straps, and they are little buckles. So that also came in handy for my travels, because that way I wasn't carrying it all the time, because if I had to carry the baby or something, I would just strap it onto my stroller. Love that feature. It also has a luggage strap on the back. So I don't know if you guys can see this strap right here, your handle of your luggage. You can just swoop it on there, and like as you're lugging your luggage around, you can just put the diaper bag on there. So there's lots of like versatile options for this bag, specifically for travel, which is why I was so glad. Like, the timing worked out perfect to be sponsored from Mominside for this bag for this trip. I can't get enough of this bag. I love it so much. You're gonna see me use it throughout the video, throughout the airport, throughout my trip. If you want one of these bags, be sure to check the link in the description. And I do love this bag so much that we are gonna do a giveaway. Yes, we all love free stuff. Am I right, or am I right? We're gonna give away this exact bag. See, even Isla's excited. So you can choose it in two colors. There is brown and there's also this black one. You can choose the color of your choice. So all you have to do is obviously make sure you're subscribed. You already know, and if you're not subscribed, you should be subscribed already. So make sure you're subscribed. Comment down below your email or your Instagram handle so that way I can find a way to contact you, and then just comment down what color you would pick, and I'll announce the winner in the comments probably sometime next week. So just keep an eye out for that as well, okay? And thank you to Mominside for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get down to the nitty gritty. I love filming videos, but I'm really excited for this video just because I feel like sharing this knowledge is like literally gold. Let's just start with tip number 1. Obviously, I do highly recommend to travel with your stroller. It's just easy to put the baby in there or your kid and stroll through the airport wherever you gotta go. If you're in a rush, it's much easier than just carrying your kids. I have a system where like my car seat kind of connects to my stroller. That's very common nowadays. So I did bring this car seat cover. You may laugh because like I was kind of like, oh my god, I'm gonna be one of those moms like COVID times. Yeah, I said it. But germs, like come on. I kept my baby in here as much as I could throughout the airport. Obviously, on the airplane, I did not take it, which I'll get to that later. This just kept her safe from a lot of germs. I got this from Amazon. But what's also really cool about this is if you are gonna gate check your car seat, I do recommend to have a car seat and stroller cover, which they are super inexpensive on Amazon or wherever you want to buy yours. But this one I used for the car seat, and it's clear so I could keep the baby in there. It does have vent holes so she can breathe, and I like this one. It was a little bit more expensive than some of the other options because it has this front zipper. So that way I don't have to like take the whole thing off the car seat to get her out. I could just unzip it and pull her out if I wanted to. But it also will protect your car seat or stroller for when they put it in the bins under the airplane. If you've been hanging around here on my channel for a while, you know I've worked in the airlines for years, since I was a teenager, and I loved it. But I'm just gonna be honest, the bins in the underbelly of an aircraft are very dirty. And also the employees, I don't care where you work. I don't care what the company stands for. I'm just gonna be honest, they don't really take care of your stuff. Yeah, I said it. So they're just gonna like throw that crap in there. So it's just good to like have a little bit of protection to keep away from like other germs. It's not a necessity, but it's just something to think about because your baby's gonna be in that stroller and that car seat later, and there's gonna be like all these germs. I don't know. It's just my first time mom brain, I guess. Another thing that I would recommend is not all airlines require this, but just have it on hand in case they ask for it. And that would be a copy of your children's birth certificate. For reference for this entire video, I did fly Delta Airlines. They did not ask me in the airport. TSA never asked me. Delta Airlines never asked me for a copy of Isla's birth certificate, but I did have it on hand just in case because you just want to be prepared. Because oh my god, imagine if you didn't have it and you were traveling and like you get there, sometimes you're late and you get there like an hour before your plane leaves and they ask for it and you don't have it. Like, what are you gonna do? Just something to think about. So always have a copy of the birth certificate on hand. I love Southwest, but the thing about Southwest is sometimes you don't really like that you can't pick your seat. Like when you pay for your seat, it is open seating. Some people like that, some people don't. Delta, it is assigned seating, and Delta does have free movies. So they have little TVs on the back of every seat, which is something that I personally really like. I don't know, it just makes me feel a little bit more luxurious when I'm flying, even though I flew, you know, economy, main cabin, whatever you wanna call it. But yeah, you still get free movies. So I do recommend that for kids because Isla, you know, she does watch Coco Melon. Hate on it all you want, we love it. If you have little ones and like you don't have an iPad, you can just pop on a Disney movie. They do have a Disney movie option, and that will keep kids preoccupied. Obviously, if you're flying like Southwest, Spirit, Frontier, they do not have televisions or anything. I do recommend to bring like an iPad or something, but that is 100% a preference based off your parenting. Obviously, if you don't let your kids watch TV, it doesn't matter to you. But for me, it just was a nice option to have, and I think for older kids, it would also be a good option because they can plug in their headphones and watch whatever Disney movie they want to watch. Now, I did have to change Isla in the airport, and this is something that I didn't find through my research, but I just kind of learn on my own. Depending on if you know where you're going and you know like your airports like the back of your hand, I would highly recommend to kind of do a little bit of research ahead of time to, if you know you're gonna be sitting in your airports for an hour or two before your actual flight, find the like nursing station within those airports. I went to my airport, I had to feed Isla, I had to change her, and I was like, I want to go to the nursing like restroom, like it's dedicated for mothers and families and children. It literally was clear across on the other side of where my actual gate was. Had I known that, I probably would have never like gone to search for it, but I just did it anyways. I mean, it killed a bunch of time for me. But do some research on your airport. If you think you're gonna need the nursing room, like just do a little bit of research beforehand. But that brings me into the diapers. I found that buying an overnight diaper, yes, there are different diapers by the way. There's snugglers, there's little movers, and then there's overnights. An overnight diaper, it's just a much thicker diaper. It's gonna absorb a lot more. They're, I think, a little bit softer in my opinion. I don't know, I could be totally wrong. Our flight was 3 hours and I only changed her once because she did end up pooping on the act, like during the flight. It's just gonna help keep a little bit more absorbed a little bit longer, and obviously, you know, load them up with diaper cream, ointment, whatever you got. But yeah, so by the time in the airport I changed her, I put an overnight diaper on her, I cleaned my area. Always bring extra sanitary wipes, you know, your hand sanitizer, all that clean stuff. Wipe all that area down beforehand, whether it's in the airport, in whatever bathroom, or in the actual lavatory of the aircraft. Like, wipe your areas down. Seriously, these places are nasty. Nasty. I cannot stress it enough. Like, bring wet ones, Purell wipes, whatever you can, bring them. That also brings me into another tip, is to bring a changing pad, which luckily the Mominside diaper bag comes with a changing pad, and it folds down pretty compact, so that way it's not like it's taking up a ton of area. But that way, you know, one, it's a little bit more sanitary because that's something that is from yourself and you're putting your baby on it. You're not just putting them on a hard, cold, dirty surface. They're easy to wipe down. Again, they're compact, so always bring a changing pad too for any area that you're gonna need to change the baby. I highly recommend bringing a changing pad. Okay, before you go on your actual airplane, I'm not gonna lie, I bought a basic economy ticket, which is like the cheapest ticket you can buy. You don't get to pick your seat, they pick your seat for you. I was chosen to pick obviously next to people I have no idea who they are, like strangers, and everybody would love to sit by themselves, I'm sure. That's not always going to be guaranteed. Now, because I used to work for Delta, I did have a little bit of tricks and knowledge up my sleeves. So I knew that Delta, I don't know about any other airlines in particular, but Delta typically, on majority of their aircraft, they will literally block out the last 2 rows of the aircraft for multiple reasons. Weight and balance, the flight attendants, they most of the time really prefer them to be blocked out because they can sit back there, they can chill for during long flights. Not all airlines will do it. This is just something that I know Delta does. The gate agent will typically be at the podium an hour before your flight takes off. I took it upon myself to go up to the gate agent and ask if, because I'm nursing, and a lot of people do tend to get uncomfortable when you nurse next to them because, I mean, they're complete strangers, you know, it's understandable. So I took it upon myself to ask the gate agent if I could have a row in the back. And if he were to have said no, I was gonna ask if I can at least ask the flight attendant if I can sit back there for takeoff and landing, because I've intended to nurse during those times, and then I would just go back to my assigned seat. But luckily, both going there and back on my trip, they did let me just have an assigned seat in an empty row, so I ended up getting an entire row to myself with the baby, which was awesome. So if your airline does block seats or rows intentionally and you're breastfeeding, or you just feel uncomfortable because you have a baby and you're not sure if they're going to be fussy, try asking if you can have one of those seats, or at least go back there for takeoff and landing, and maybe they'll let you do it. Which brings me to another point. If you do have like a newborn or a smaller baby where maybe they'll sleep longer during the flight and you want to take your car seat on board, obviously Isla, I did not pay for a second ticket for her. She was considered a lap child, which is free up to 2 years old if you want to have a lap child. But if you are bringing your car seat and you see there's open seats, bring me my bubba. Come here. Ooh. So if you want to ask your gate agent, like, hey, is it okay if I can take my car seat on board? Some airlines might also let you do that. Unfortunately, mine did not let me, so I just gate checked it, where by the time I get off, my stroller and my car seat would be waiting for me at the gate. I don't have to go to baggage claims. All right, so once you're on the plane, we got a lot of things to talk about here in this part of my trip. Obviously, bring lots of toys. I brought music toys, I brought teethers, I brought these awesome spinny toys, which my intention was to put them on the tray of the back seat in front of me, and they like stick with this little suction and they spin. Woo, like a fidget spinner. Isla really likes these, but Delta, whatever plane we were on, the tray is not smooth enough that they don't actually get a good enough suction. But I know like Southwest, they have smoother trays, so these would stick better. I mean, they're cool if they like stick, but I mean, she still liked it anyway. So I do recommend these. These are just from Amazon. They're kind of cheap plastic toys, I know. I mean, she liked them, so I can't complain. Another tip for bringing toys that I recommend is what I did is I brought 2 bags, 2 just Ziploc gallon-sized bags. One, I kept all the clean toys in this clean bag, and I brought a second bag labeled soiled toys. That's the nail tech in me. So that way, because I just know Isla, she throws her toys. I knew they were gonna get on the airplane ground and just get dirty. I would just put them in here once they were dirty. So that's just a tip that I do. It might be a little bit extra in your mind, but it really did help me personally. So that's that. Another thing is bring spare clothes. I always recommend that in your diaper bag to have like an extra change of clothes. Isla did poop on the plane there and back. Luckily, I caught it in time. Like, she was literally about to blow out, but had she blown out, I was prepared. I had an extra change of clothes. So just bring extra clothes on hand rather than in your luggage. Like, have them in your diaper bag, because just in case, you never know. Like, she literally is a poop bomb. Like, you just never know when she's gonna go off and it's just gonna explode. So be prepared, bring extra clothes if you can. Before takeoff, I did find this tip and I did try it, where I brought gripe water. I had never heard of it before. Typically it's used for babies who are fussy because they're gassy, but it just is to help like calm their tummies down a little bit. I just was scared. I didn't know what to expect, if she was gonna be fussy or not. Talk to your pediatrician, 1. 2, follow the instructions, like serving wise, on the actual package. I will put a picture here of the brand I use. I believe it's like Wellmans or something. It's all natural, everything in it's organic, but it's just supposed to help calm them and soothe them a little bit if their tummy's upset, if they're a little bit fussy. I did give Isla a dosage as we boarded, because we pre-boarded one, which is another tip. Take use of that pre-board, for real. I gave her the dosage after we pre-boarded and while like everybody was boarding. Did it make a difference? I don't know, but let me just tell you, everything that I did, she was so calm the entire time. The flight attendant, not to brag, was like, your baby is the best baby I've ever had on a flight. And I'm like, I know, she's an angel. There were 2 other babies on our flight back and both of them cried the whole time and I felt so bad. Oh my God. All right, let me feed her. Let me whip out a boob. Another trick that I feel like a lot of people know is when you're ascending and descending, so when you're taking off and landing, to avoid the ear pressure for babies and children, they recommend to either, if you're breastfeeding, breastfeed, or if you bottle feed, give them a bottle. So obviously I breastfeed, so I breastfed her going up in the air, which worked fine. She didn't cry once, guys. I'm telling you, she was literally an angel on both of these flights. They say the suckling, like the movement of their jaw, will help the ear clogging and the pressure in their ears. I see how that logic makes sense. Isla, both times coming down, she did not want the boob, but she didn't cry. I just put on the Disney movie on the little seat, back seat TV thing, and she was fine. So my last tip is baby headphones, noise canceling headphones. Now, this has nothing to do to help with like ear pressure for children. Let me just say this, airplanes are very noisy. Isla can fall asleep with me and her dad talking in the same room, like at a normal level. Like, she can fall asleep with like pretty good noise. Airplanes though are particularly very loud. There's just a lot of stuff going on, you know. The captain makes a lot of announcements, the flight attendants, they make a lot of announcements. There's a lot of up and down. There's just a lot of noise going on in an airplane. So if your baby can sleep on a plane, I would recommend the noise canceling headphones, just because it's going to create like a fog of a noise versus just a loud loud of everything else that's going on. Isla did really well with the noise canceling headphones. I put them on while she slept. She slept for an hour and a half getting there and an hour coming home. I really just think it helped kind of blur out the noise from what's going on in the aircraft, that she could get a decent nap during the flight. So I do recommend it, but it's not gonna help with their ears or anything. They're noise canceling headphones. They're literally just gonna blur the noise of what's going on around them. Yeah, that was literally our trip, round trip. I used all of these tips both times, going there and coming back. I am totally not fearful to ever go on a plane again with a baby, whether it's a newborn and up. I'm not scared anymore because I feel like with all of these tips, I will be 100% prepared. I highly recommend just try them. And again, please keep in mind, every baby is gonna be totally different. Who knows, your baby just might not handle air travel that well. And there's just no way to know unless you're doing it. Don't forget to enter the giveaway, guys. I'm telling you, this diaper bag, it's gold. It's so awesome. It's just so big. It doesn't look like a diaper bag. And that's my favorite thing about these kind of diaper bags, is that they don't look like diaper bags, but they are. Again, to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is be subscribed to my channel, comment down below your email, your Instagram handle, and what color you would want. So brown or black. That's it. That is it. And I will announce the winner next week in the comment section. So keep an eye out for that as well. But anyways, that is it for this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Isla, say hello. Isla. Hi, baby. Oh yeah, she's in a hair pulling mood now. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, you already know the drill. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. Again, don't forget to enter the giveaway, and we will see you in the next video. Say bye. Bye.